All right, T-Mobile, I'm going to tell you one time. I paid 9 months in a row for 4 phones. 2 of them didn't work, and I still paid for them. The iPhone and then the upgrade phone. I asked them to be activated. You didn't do it, and I paid you 9 months. And the last month I paid was the $307 bill that you sent, and I paid it, and it included all insurances on all my phones. And I brought them in after, and you kicked me out of your office after I raised my voice saying, hey, man, I paid 9 months. Now I have insurance, and you're still not going to turn them on for me? You couldn't turn the iPhone on. I said, take it back, give me something else. No, you can't do that. You owe 17. What do you mean I owe 17 more payments? That phone was for free. It was the upgrade. It was a big sign in the window with a picture of it. 14 iPhone free. If you came in and upgraded, if you qualified. And I qualified, so I got the phone. And it never worked because after you guys gave it to me, iPhone went after me with their iCloud, and I owed them storage. And so I didn't owe them any storage because I erased my phone after I uploaded to YouTube all the time. But they were saying, well, you went past, you owe us money. And I wouldn't pay it, so they shut it off. And I took it into Best Buy, and they did their thing on it, the geeks. They tried to program it, and boom, it shut out. It says, access denied, or whatever it was. No. They put their iCloud, put their little program in there. Shut them right down. Shut out the geeks and everything. Nobody could fix the phone. So 9 months I had that phone. I had to pay for it every month. I was paying for it for 6 months. Before I realized, I thought I was just making a payment on the phone. But it's the payment on the phone, the phone for the phone use. I said, well, they're going to give me credit because the lady told me that if they saw what happened to me, that they're going to take and give me credit. I said, okay. Well, I didn't think nothing. I paid my bills and everything. Now you sent me a bill for $777 saying I owe it to you. What are you talking about, people? You owe me 9 months for 4 phones. My wife's phone was the only one that worked. All the other ones didn't work. The last phone I upgraded to, you gave me the wrong bad number. It was a porn number. Some guy owned the number before me, and I got porn right in the middle of my rosaries. I was saying the rosary, and porn came on from your phone, your iPhone, whatever. No, it wasn't your iPhone. It was your upgrade phone. I upgraded from the something 22 to 23. But way before that, that's how you got me to come to T-Mobile. Because Spectrum did the same thing to me. Gave me an iPhone, and iPhone shut me down and then pay storage. And then they couldn't turn me on. They said, well, if you pay us the $600 that you owe on the phone, we'll turn it back on. I paid it. I gave it to them. They couldn't turn it back on. I said, well, I'll give you another phone, right? And he says, no, it's your phone. You paid for it. You don't have insurance on it or anything. It's your problem. Just told me to leave. And then I come back to T-Mobile, and you got some guy in there, I don't know, full of tattoos all over. He had the upside down peace symbol, Antichrist. And I come walking in with my crucifix. I wear my crucifix all the time. Where is it? Oh, it's in here somewhere. Oh, my God. What did I do now? I went out there, I was up on a ladder. No, I still got it. Up on a ladder doing my roof. 75 years old. Had to do a roof. Had somebody come here to work on my property. Took my $7,000 and left. I don't know where he went. Wrong. Geez, I know the guy's name too. Geez. God told me to forgive him and forget it. I did. $7,000. He ripped me off more. Now the phone companies charge me $18 a phone. I have 4 phones. They charged me $18 a phone the last time I paid my phone company. Before I took them back and threw them on their desk and said, I'm not working with you anymore. Take your phones back. Oh, you can't do that. I says, watch me. I'm sick of it. Arbitration, arbitration, arbitration. I'm going to take you to court. And when I sit in court in my wheelchair and my cane in the other hand on my bad days, and then I got some spunk in me and I get doing stuff. I end up in the wheelchair again. That's my life, 75. Now I got the T-Mobile people promising me that I got credit coming because I paid 9 months with no service on 2 phones, and the third phone was so screwed up you couldn't talk to anybody on it when you were talking because the commercials came on and they took over and they screamed in your face. I couldn't hear the other guy I was talking to on the phone. So what is going on? Why do they get to come right in the middle of my phone conversations? T-Mobile. So I took the phones in. I paid the $307 and all insurances on the phone. I took them in and you didn't fix them, even though I had. All you said when I went in, this guy, the upside down, peace symbol guy, he goes, if you raise your voice, I'm going to ask you to leave. I looked at him. What? So I'm listening to him. He grabbed my phone. He's looking at my iPhone. He says, you paid 9 months for this iPhone? I would have never paid for this phone for 9 months. It didn't work. And I says, I did. I know. That's what I did. And he says, I told you if you raise your voice, get out of my store. And that's what happened. He told me, you'll get out. And so I stepped back and I looked at him and I said, all 3 phones too, right? Yeah. And he shook his head. And I said, God bless you, in Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And I turned around and he had 2 guys looking at me like they wanted to beat the shit out of me. But all I said was, blessing, and left. And now you sent me a bill for $777. What are you guys? Arbitration, arbitration, arbitration. That's not justice. I went through arbitration twice with different companies. I lost both times when I was right. All over the similar situations, phones. Phone companies coming in and arbitrating instead of going to court for unfair business practice. Well, you tangled with the wrong man. I'm 100% DAV, Vietnam decorated veteran. Wartime. You're not getting a dime from me. And if you don't give me back the money you owe me, I'm going to sue you in court, not arbitration. I'm going to sue you in court. And we'll see who's been bought off. If it don't, how it goes, I'll see. One guy went and, imagine this, he went to an abortion clinic and he protested and stuff. And he went back home and there's a pounding on the door, right? And he goes to the door and opens up. He says, come out of the house right now. You're under arrest. He goes, you got a warrant? We don't need a warrant. You're a terrorist. You went to the abortion clinic and gave him a hard time. That's the law. 20 guys with riot gear on and rifles pointing at his front door. It's in court. I don't know what happened to the poor guy. That's what we're up against, people. Because this film right here, you don't know where it's going to go. I'm 75. I told God, I'm going to start speaking out. If I end up with a bullet in my head, hug me hard when I get there. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm a veteran, and there's veterans out there I know that get the same crap. Can't do nothing about it. Arbitration, arbitration, arbitration. What happened to our court system? How did we let these people come in? They lobbied? Did they buy their way in? Did they buy the rights to arbitrate rather than to take me to the court? So I can tell what happened, what they did? Can't even do that. They won't listen. They arbitrate their own thing. You can't beat a fighter in his hometown. You can't go to the guy's hometown and try to get a decision. They'll never give you a decision. You got to knock them out cold. Arbitration, arbitration, arbitration. Oh, God. What are we going to do about this, Father? Oh, God, Father. I've told him about it, too. And I'm Jewish. And Catholic Christian. I'm a converted Jew. Cradle Catholic. But my whole family are Jews. And you're discriminating against me? Why? Because I wore a crucifix into your shop and you saw it with your upside down symbol of peace, meaning Antichrist. You don't believe me? There was one guy that tried to expose it. His name was Chick Publications or something like that. He showed you the upside down peace symbol. Antichrist. That's the symbol of the Antichrist. And he looks at me and my crucifix on my shirt, and he says, if you raise your voice, I'm going to ask you to leave. I look at him, what is he talking about? And then he baited me. Oh, I would have never paid for 9 months on this phone if it didn't work. And he got me excited. I raised my voice. Yes, that's what I did. And he says, out of my store right now. I told you if you raise your voice, I'm going to ask you to leave. Get out, he goes. I had to wait a couple weeks, check out, see if he was in there or something before I went back on my phone. I didn't know you could take him over to Vestal, and people over there were nice. My wife said. She went in, talked to him, all different situation. The one on, she's Glendale Ave or whatever it was. What did they got in there? Did they screen the people they hire? Oh, God. That's what they did to me. I'm just trying to get my phones to work. I paid the bill every month. Come on. Now you sent me $777 demanding payment. Well, where's my credit you said you're going to give me for 9 months? I'll tell you what. You owe me twice as much, but I'll tell you what. You forget it, and I'll forget it. And they'll just end it. I got your tower. It's in my truck. I haven't felt good enough. I'm 75. I haven't felt good enough to drive the Vestal lately. Maybe I'll get the gumption up. But I'm telling you right now, you're not getting a dime from me. I will not honor arbitration. I'm a disabled American veteran, 100%, and you can't guarantee my wages. For one, I don't have any. I don't have any wages. All I have is a pension, and you can't touch it. It's against the law. Unless somebody lobbies and change that without me knowing. That's what they do. I've had it done on me. Real estate did it. They lobbied everybody who's 15 years didn't have to go to school anymore every 2 years. Pay all that money. I was 13 years. I said, well, I'll probably be grandfathered into it. They changed it. Everybody got in. And then the next year it changed back. And if you didn't have 15 years, you didn't get in. And that's what they did to me. I was coming along good, man. I had Carousel Capital Realty, and everybody was calling me. Call me, and minor repairs are free. Minor repairs are free if you list with me. I couldn't handle all the work. And everybody else was jealous. I gave them houses. Said, you get the commission. Just give me the broker's finder fee, $500. They agreed. They got it, sold the houses and stuff. I pulling teeth to get my $500. Some people who said they're Christians. What's the world turning into? A bunch of egoistic hedonists in the short run. You want your hamburger right now. If you're not, you're going to go out the street and get one. And if they don't have one, you're going to go to the pizza store. But you're going to want food right now. Pleasure seeking. That's what we all turning into. Everybody's greedy and hoardy. And they don't care who they have it all figured out. Oh, yeah. I'll just tell the judge my 2-year-old, God just took my 2-year-old from me. And I wasn't. I told him what I would do. And he thinks he did it. He didn't do it. He was supposed to dig out my cellar for underneath my deck for the $7,000. He was supposed to put $3,400 worth of dirt and stone in my driveway, 160 feet all the way to the back. He didn't do it. He didn't. I ordered a truck after he left because he took my money and ran. So I'm here. So I got Barney and Dick coming over here, dropping off the stone, and they opened up the back and drove out and left me. I says, that's $300 worth of stone? I says, the guy that just did my house, that just did my driveway, didn't even bring half that in. Not even a third of it in his little trucks. And told me it was $3,400. Jesus. God. He's going to do something about this one of these days. Is there any honest people in the world anymore? God. Hoodwinkers, constantly getting hoodwinked. So that's why I'm up on a roof at 75 years old, putting on a roof on a pergola. That's 14 by 14. It's a job. I wouldn't believe what it takes to put one sheet up on the roof. And you're an old man, 75 years old. And then you're so worn out, you got to lay on the couch for 3 days or so before you can get back up and go out and try it again. And everybody else comes, they want to rob you. I had 2 guys come and fix my pool. They went through my stuff and stole stuff. Stole one. I had a pellet gun. A pellet gun. A handheld pellet gun. They stole it. I says, hey, where'd the pellet gun go? It was right there just half an hour ago. Oh, we didn't see it. We don't know what you're talking about. We don't steal guns. I bet you if I go back there at that company and say, hey, is there anybody shooting pellet guns or something like that? Anybody who shoots guns, pellet guns or something? If you got into it somehow. I bet you could find out who's got your pellet gun. I paid good money for it, too. I had a long time. It was a good one. I like to shoot and practice. Get the mice. I like the squirrels. If I do the squirrels, I'll put them in a friendly cage and take them someplace, let them go. I don't like to kill them. Unless I was going to eat them. If I was going to eat them, I'd shoot them. But, I've been a hunter my whole life. Guns, bows. I'm a veteran, wartime veteran. In combat, heavy combat. Hand grenade, heavy combat. So, T-Mobile, count your blessings. You haven't been caught real good yet. But if you mess with me, there's a chance you might get caught. My number is NXNMONTELEONE13@gmail.com if you want to get a hold of me. I don't have a number for T-Mobile. They won't talk to you if you call them on a phone that isn't theirs. I just tried to pay my bill to get it squared away. I'm not going to pay it. You guys are going to pay me what you owe me first, and then all that money, I'll pay you what you want. How's that? God bless you. Because I know he's going to bless me on this one. Because it's going to hit the front page. Veteran, 100% disabled, hoodwinked by T-Mobile. And here's how they did it. Is it happening to you?